Liam was a boy who rarely dreamed. While others woke up excited to share their nighttime adventures, Liam's nights were empty. It wasn't that he didn't sleep, he simply never dreamed. One night, as Liam sat by his window gazing at the stars, he saw something unusual. A strange light flickered in the forest beyond his house. It was faint, like a firefly, but it moved purposefully. Curiosity got the better of him, and he climbed out of bed, slipping into his sneakers and jacket. The light beckoned him into the forest, weaving through the trees. "Wait," Liam called, though he didn't know why. The light stopped in a small clearing, hovering above an ancient tree with roots that twisted into the ground like claws. Beneath the tree sat a man in a dark cloak, surrounded by bottles that glowed faintly. "Who are you?" Liam asked, stepping closer. The man looked up, his face shadowed. "I am the dream collector," he said in a low, raspy voice. "The dream collector?" Liam echoed. The man nodded. "I gather dreams. Some are left behind, forgotten. Others are given willingly. And some are borrowed." Liam's heart raced. "Can you give me a dream?" "I've never had one before." The man studied him for a moment, then reached into his collection. He held up a small, glowing bottle. "This is a dream of adventure," the man said. "But dreams are not free. Are you willing to give something in return?" Liam hesitated. "What do you want?" "A promise," the man said. "Once you borrow this dream, you must return it before the moon sets." "I promise," Liam said quickly, his excitement overpowering his caution. The man handed him the bottle, and the light inside pulsed warmly. "Open it when you are ready to dream." Liam clutched the bottle tightly and ran back home, eager to see what the dream held. Back in his room, Liam sat on his bed, staring at the glowing bottle. His fingers trembled as he uncorked it. A soft mist escaped, enveloping him. The world around him faded, replaced by a vibrant landscape of mountains, rivers, and endless skies. Liam found himself standing on a narrow bridge made of crystal. Beneath him, a swirling river of stars flowed endlessly. "Is this the dream?" he whispered, his voice echoing. Ahead of him stood a large door carved with intricate patterns. As he stepped closer, the door creaked open, revealing a magnificent castle. Inside, he discovered rooms filled with treasures, golden chalices, glowing jewels, and ancient books that whispered when touched. But the most remarkable thing was a map lying on a table in the center of the room. The map shimmered, showing a path leading to a hidden treasure deep within the dream world. "This is incredible," Liam said, picking up the map. But as he studied it, the room began to shift. The walls melted away, and the treasures dissolved into mist. Suddenly, Liam was standing in a dark forest, the map still clutched in his hands. "What's happening?" he asked aloud. A deep voice echoed through the trees. "Dreams are fragile, Liam. They can change, twist, and even turn against you." Liam spun around, but no one was there. The voice came again, closer this time. "You borrowed this dream, but every dream has a cost." "I'll return it," Liam shouted, panic rising. The trees around him began to close in, their branches reaching for him. He ran, clutching the map, as the forest seemed to come alive. In the distance, he saw a faint light, just like the one that had led him to the dream collector. That must be the way out, he thought, running toward it. Liam burst into the clearing, the light guiding him back to the ancient tree where the dream collector waited. "You're back," the man said, his voice calm. "Take it back," Liam cried, holding out the map and the fading mist of the dream. "I don't want it anymore." The dream collector took the map and the remnants of the dream, placing them back into the glowing bottle. "You kept your promise," he said, sealing the bottle. "Most don't." "What happens if they don't?" Liam asked, his chest still heaving. The dream collector's eyes glinted. "The dream becomes theirs forever, but so does the cost. They lose the ability to wake fully, trapped between the dream and reality." Liam shuddered. Why would anyone risk that? "Dreams are powerful," the man said. "They can show you wonders or terrors, depending on how you treat them." Liam looked down, ashamed. I didn't realize how dangerous they could be. The dream collector's expression softened. Not all dreams are dangerous, Liam. But they all teach us something. What did this dream teach you? Liam thought for a moment. That some things are meant to be borrowed, not kept. And that not all adventures are mine to take. The man nodded. Wise words for someone so young. As the first rays of dawn touched the forest, the dream collector began to fade. Wait, Liam called. Will I ever dream again? The man's voice echoed faintly. Perhaps. But when you do, they will be your dreams. That morning, Liam woke in his bed, the light of the rising sun streaming through his window. For the first time, he felt at peace, knowing that dreams, borrowed or not, held lessons he was just beginning to understand.